Dude, forgiving is probably one of the most challenging things that I can do daily. Um, and that's what today's video is going to be about, is forgiveness. It's a pretty challenging topic. And how I'm going to, I guess, break this down is definition, the types of forgiveness, and I'm going to break it down to 3 to keep it short, but I'm going to also go into detail with all of them. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but you're in for a ride. Anyway, so I'm going to start off with the definition. So the Merriam-Webster definition of forgiveness. So to cease to feel resentment against an offender. So this first part of the definition is pretty straightforward. Let's say somebody offended you. Now you have a choice to either let this feeling go of them doing you wrong, or to keep feeling to keep feeling this feeling until you don't see this person no more. Like, and to forgive is to let go. So yeah, you have that choice. And on the second definition, to grant relief from payment of. So let's say someone owes you something. Once again, you have a choice, bruh, to either relieve that payment or have them, or like just keep pecking at them. Now for me, if it's not too big, like it's whatever, bro. Like I can live without it. If I can live without it, it's not gonna be a big deal. And this is gonna be, and this kind of leads into the types of forgiveness that I'm gonna get into. With the first one being forgiving others partially. Excuse me. I like to call this the forgive but don't forget category. It could be as bad as someone doing you wrong, and it could be as simple as trying to be private with somebody or with a family member. So let's say you speak to a family member in confidence about something because you trust that they're not going to tell anybody else, bro. You trust they're not just going to, open their mouth. Anyway, that family member goes on and tells other family members, and their reasoning is because, they're family, they're obligated to know. So at that moment, like for me, so like, bruh, that's how I'd be like, bruh, I told you in private, and now you just gonna go tell everybody. Like, come on, bruh. So for me, at that moment, I might get mad or frustrated, but it's a lesson of who I want to share my information to. So it's not always gonna be or I'm not always gonna be like, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this after that one interaction. But I can say it's not a permanent stage, because if the person that you hurt, if the person that hurts you stays consistent with keeping it chill or keeping it confidential, then eventually that trust comes back. And it really goes down to your discernment at that point on what you want to tell. And moving on to the next point of forgiving is forgiving others completely. So this is forgiveness at its peak. The worst thing could happen, but the slate is clean, like nothing happened. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to stay in this state, and holding grudges, it takes a lot of energy, bro. Like for me at least, I realized really quick, really young, that holding grudges takes a lot of energy, especially if it's something that can be controlled, or the other party just didn't know any better, like because they're younger than you, or it's their first time encountering this type of thing, or if they're just genuinely sorry about it. Like, what can you do about that? Like, that's what I ask myself. I'm like, what can I do about that? Like, yes, you might be mad at first, but nothing's gonna change because it's already happened. So like, why give energy to something that's only fueled by hate or bitterness, bro? Like, miss me with that. For me, I learned to apologize, forgive, and both parties will just feel a lot better in the end. And maybe not willing to forgive may mean that there's some inside of you more than them, which I'm about to get into as well, which is the third point, forgiving yourself. And this point, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I spent probably a day or two brainstorming just this one point alone because I struggle with it almost daily. Um, Honestly, this is something that could be considered very easy or the complete opposite on depending on the person you are. Um, but when something happens, whether it's in your control or not, and it just keeps replaying over and over and over and over again in your head, and you just can't let it go, like, bruh, it's not an ideal to it's not an ideal feeling to have all the time. Um, like if something happened, it happened, and now it's on me on how I can react to the thoughts or to just simply let it go, because it will affect you so much, whether it's in your work or whether it's with your family time. Like, what is it? The guilt will like cloud your judgment on a lot of things if you just don't let go, and that's what I've learned. Like, this life is too short for you to be worrying about your past. Yes, it's cool to like uh, remember your past on what you did, like for learning purposes, but just to dwell in it, it is not good. Um, Make amends and separate the situation from your identity, bruh. You are not what you did. um, like, it happened, and all you can do is learn from it at this point. So I definitely felt a lift off my chest whenever I do let go in general. Um, it and I realized that every fight doesn't have to be internal as well. Um, I'm blessed to have people that I can talk to, uh, that I can talk to. Like, there are people out there that just genuinely want to help you as well. Um, Not every fight has to be internal. You can share it, but that also comes with that first point of discernment. So, yeah, and the last point on forgiving yourself is that it's okay to be sorry about things, um, but just don't let it cloud your judgment, man. That's the best thing I got for you, I guess, or for me, what I learned. Um, and I guess I'll get into what helps me forgive others. So if it's something small, bro, it's not gonna kill me. I'm I'm chilling. Like, it's not gonna bother me. Um, but if it's something that the person did to me to either try to ruin me or like mess with me or just tarnish me or just whatever, I try my best to not let it bother me, even though daily it could replay in my head over and over again. I try to not let it bother me, and if it does, I distract myself with asking why so many times to the point where I just don't care anymore about it. Um, like, it goes from a, oh, why did he do this or why did he do that, and then it turns into a, why do I even care about this that much? Like, why should I even, why am I even thinking about that thing that happened 2 weeks ago? Like, and I just say it doesn't matter and move on, and that's usually how I learn to forgive others. And what helps me forgive me, so this is a point that I also struggled with writing out, but it's kind of the same process. I just get really logical with it and ask what happened. I ask myself what happened, and if it's something small, once again, I can live without it, I'm okay. But if it's something big, the first step that helps me forgive myself is um, getting outside perspective and just kind of self reassuring myself that yes, I'm in the wrong, but also I'm not totally wrong for wanting to reflect off of it. Um, and wanting to change from beating myself up to asking myself questions on how to be better is usually my first step to forgiving myself as well. Or how to do better than I was previous to the situation. And also growing up, um, I learned or I was always told to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that teaches me, like, love each other to love yourself and vice versa. If you don't love yourself, how can you love others? Like, I gotta make a whole video about love, bruh. But and also killing things with kindness is what I was taught growing up as well. Um Being kind to people versus being nice are two very different things, and that could be another video as well. But um yes, killing things with kindness is is true. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video on forgiveness, and I want to ask you as a viewer, what makes you struggle to forgive yourself, or what makes you struggle to forgive others, and what helps you forgive in general. I'd like to hear or get some more outside perspective from this, because I struggle with it daily as well. But we're all in this together, y'all. Um, so thank y'all so much for sitting through this video. I know this was kind of a hard topic for me, at least, but I hope y'all have a blessed day, and be willing to do what you want to do, whether it's making a YouTube video, or making music, or helping another person, or maybe forgiving yourself. Yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.